Justice. John Hartter. Hello! Good to see you. I'm already recording.
Are you already?
Uh-huh.
Nice. Where are we going?
I don't know. So, are you ready?
Nice, I'm ready. You are clear this way. Here.
Yeah, I want to go over the bridge.
Yeah, I think that's great.
Nice.
Go that long, go over, come back around. Some manual.
Yes.
Sweet. Do I get to drive it afterwards?
You can try. So I was thinking, you know, this is kind of an interview, but also like a casual talk, and so
Sure.
we know each other. I was thinking, since when do we know each other, and how did we meet, and so all that. And I remember that you reached out to me through social media because you saw my project.
Yes.
Yeah, and you offered your help, and thank you so much. I really so appreciate so much.
Yeah,
That event was a big project of mine, and still is. It's just
Art and Dance
our
Night
event.
2024.
Yes, still is a big project. It's just a little bit, you know, I'm more used to it, doing it, and I know what I'm doing.
Like old hat now or what?
I'm not really, but it's such fun, and your help was really and is really appreciated. You are involved this year as well, even more. So
Yes, and it's going to be a bigger event this year. No?
I think so.
Like,
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, regarding that project, and then you came out with your project. I remember.
Yes, because we sat down and we talked about your project. So I reached out to you on Facebook and said, hey, like, I like what you're doing. I'd like to be involved in your event, volunteer or whatever. And you're like, okay, let's grab coffee or let's sit down. And then somehow from that conversation, we got to talking about my event as well. Yeah.
Who are you? Why do you want to be involved with my project? You know, I'm not just getting in there anyone. So yeah. And that your project caught my attention really. So
can
then,
I ask why?
Why?
Yeah. Why
Because,
did you want to get involved in that?
I felt the connection that I was also kind of RebelHart.
You have a rebel heart.
And you know, voiceless. So I was also struggling with that for years to really let my voice heard.
Okay.
You know, lately I just made it really work for me.
Yeah.
So I really felt that connection, and also, to be honest, it helped me as well on my journey.
Good.
So
Good. Thank you.
Thank you. So
That's
yeah,
awesome.
I really love that, and I wanted to support you because I really see the vision, I see your heart, and I really value what you are doing. So, being that said, I really want to talk about the Voiceless and the RebelHart.
Okay.
So Voiceless, that's a powerful name.
Yes.
So it's fear. It's so much is
Control.
Control.
Yeah.
Yes. So
Just
tell me more about that.
Why the name Voiceless?
Why the name? Yeah.
So a funny thing is I have some really good mentors who have coached me on on writing techniques and some things with theater, because I'm a bit of a newbie at this. But anyway, they did not like my name Voiceless, and so it was one of those times when I had to say, yes, I'm going to do this, even though it wasn't their favorite thing. And I'm actually very proud of myself, and I really love the name. I think it's very powerful. I think it really speaks to the piece. But the first, there's a series of scenes in my life show telling my story. And the first one is titled Voiceless. And I move to myself speaking over the audio, but I'm not actually speaking in the live performance. And so it kind of depicts that, like I'm telling the story without saying anything. And really that's who I was for almost half my life. Mm-hmm. So I buried and basically like turn my back on my real personality and who I am because of environment and influence and just what I knew and what I was told as a young man and child. So I don't know if that answers your question, but that's Voiceless. And this story is a piece of me telling, using my voice. I think that was part of the like why Voiceless, because I sing in it. I have some theater. There's songs played that have lyrics, but it's really just the deeper meaning of having no voice and then letting that voice out.
Yeah, and your voice came out, not just speaking, but your body as well.
I think, and that's the thing, is it's more than just something spoken.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you actually started dancing for this, or started dancing and then developed this? So what's the creative process of this whole production?
I started dancing before I had really the idea of Voiceless, and I started dancing in 2019. In my early 30s, and I knew nothing about dance, but I just wanted to do something athletic, something active, and found out that I love theater arts, cabaret style dancing with lifts and tricks and like storyline, and then from there kind of grew this like seed of an idea that I wanted to do more than just dance a few minute dance to some competition. I wanted to do a storyline with multiple dances and singing and like different forms of art, but I had no name, no concept of really what that was going to be. I didn't even know it was going to be my story. So
okay, so it's kind of evolved.
Yes.
On the way.
Yes, for sure.
That's nice. I love it. So when did this name RebelHart start?
This was probably last summer, summer of 2024. We had multiple dances for Voiceless had been choreographed. I had started doing some writing for it and had started setting dates, and things were happening with Voiceless. And I guess I just wanted a brand or something that represented this thing that was developing. Voiceless is the name of the live performance, the story, but I wanted something that was beyond that, representing what was going ahead and forward. So I just was out drinking one night with a couple buddies and listening to some live music, and I was like, hey guys, I'm trying to develop a name, a brand. And so just like started throwing ideas out. And one of the ideas was to use a piece of my name. And so I came up with the idea of using Hart. My last name is Hartter, so Hart. It's spelled differently. It's H-A-R-T, but it means, heart, like heart, character, soul, however you want to connect that. And then I don't really know. I think Rebel was just somewhere in the brainstorming. I think I came up with that as well and just put those pieces together and liked it. But I think it kind of shows the broader picture of me and the dream that I have.
That's true. So, as much as I know about you and we are working together, that RebelHart, that I recognize that. Yes. And I like it because that's
like
just
it now?
out of the box.
One nice thing about RebelHart.
Sometimes it's hard because I'm like, so hard-headed.
Why? Oh, because I'm hard-headed. One nice thing about RebelHart, I thought about what I was gonna wear tonight, and I'm like, I can wear whatever I want.
Exactly.
Because I'm representing RebelHart.
Represent what you are doing. That's it. Exactly.
So.
I was listening what you said, and you said you were out drinking with a couple buddies.
Yes.
For the name.
Yeah.
So So there are lots of people on your side in this project.
Yes.
And I do know, as I was watching the first preview you were introducing, so please let them shine too, and let us know who's supporting you, because I think that is really important. With my project, I have such a long list who's supporting all that what I'm doing. It's so important that it would not be there.
It is. It
right?
is for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, and they put in the heart. So
I'm the rebel coming out. All right, here we go.
So,
people. Okay, yes. So that is yes. I'm glad you brought this up because I always wanted to do live in community with people collaborating. It's something that means so much to me, especially from some of the journey I've walked and some of the rejection and isolation. So I have to start with Sonda Lungu and Soul Dance Studio, and she's my partner in this story. She's incredibly beautiful and talented, and just has like that soul coming. You'll see it from her when she dances. And really, I had this dream of putting dance and art together, and we met at a social dancing event, and didn't really talk that much, but later I connected with her and just said, hey, I want to do theater arts dance, are you interested? Long story short, she said yes, and so we started working together, and that was it. I just wanted to do theater arts dance. I didn't have this. I wasn't telling her like I have this whole big plan. I just wanted to do start with a dance, see how we dance together. And so, we started talking about songs, and really the first dance we did was choreographed, and I call it soul in the performance, but it's the song experience. And that choreography, that dance, that song was the beginning of Voiceless, and I didn't even know it at the time. But what she did is I heard the song. She actually gave that song as an option to dance to, and I heard it, and I just heard pieces of my story in the music. There's no lyrics at all, and typically I like songs with lyrics. But anyway, she heard it. I told her this is what I want to tell. I want to tell this piece of a man like disconnected from his personality, from his soul, from who he is, and then like finding that. And she did the choreography, and she's been willing to go along with the rebel in me and step out of the box, outside of conventional, what most people in dance would maybe do. And I have to say that without Sonda, this would have never happened. So thank you, Sonda. And so Sonda, I'm thinking here. I also connected with Lamus, Balomas Wilmot. She's director of and co-founder of Sarasota Contemporary Dance, and I just want to give a huge shout out to you, Lamus. I walked into her studio probably summer of 2023, and they had like a summer sampler, I guess if you will, of contemporary dance, and I had never danced contemporary dance in my life. So I was just in this kind of stuck place in my life where I didn't have a dance partner. I had this dream, but I didn't know where it was going to go, and so I was like, I'm going to go try some different dance styles. So I walked in, did the sampler. Somewhere in that week, we talked a couple times, and she found out that I wanted to perform, and she's like, oh, you want to perform? So within the next few months, I started practicing with their professional dance team, and ended up performing on stage with them on their main stage, one of their fall shows, their beginning fall show actually. But it was really from that, after that, you know, it was like, do you want to continue dancing? And I'm like, well, yeah, but I'm not really interested in being a dancer for hire. Like, I'm past that stage in my life. I really want to do things that come from my soul, come from my heart. And I just said, hey, like, I want to tell my story somehow. I want to use dance. I want to do this stuff. And she connected me with the next connection that I'm going to talk about, and that is Ann Morrison and Blake Walton with Sarah Solo. So she said, hey, I know these people. They do in-studio series with us. They work with developing artists, and like, you need to talk to Annie. And so I reached out to Annie, and we set a coffee date, and that's been the next, like, very pivotal connection in my life. So thank you, Lamus. And also, I guess, yeah, I'll jump to Sarah Solo. I met with coffee with Blake and Annie, and I said, hey, you know, very rough idea. This is what I wanted to do. Like, now, hindsight, I know what's happened since then, but like, at this point, I'm just like, the same as when I talk with Sonda. It's like, hey, like, I have these random ideas. I don't even know how to explain it, but like, this is what I'm thinking. It was the same thing with them.
And then Blake, they are full of ideas.
Yes.
If you talk to them, and they are even giving more.
Yes, because they have the whole scope of like theater and dance and
they are
singing
amazing,
experience,
yes,
and they truly are like a gym of a talent. They know how to see you and to help you develop. So yes, thank you for that. So full of life. So yes, they were just huge, because they never did anything for me. I came to them with an idea, and they gave me a piece of paper and a pencil and a timer for 5 minutes and said, you're walking on a beach and you see a red door, write. And don't think about what you're writing, just write. And so I started writing, and I got to a point when I was writing whatever came to my mind, and I was in the water, going underwater, and I wanted to like go down and explore this, like whatever was down there, and I'm like, wait, like, I can't breathe for longer than a few minutes, so I can't do that. And then they said I can write whatever I want, so I'm going down there for however long I want to explore. So they taught me how to write creatively, how to just write stream of conscious thought, which was the beginning of me writing pieces of my story. There was, on the Voiceless piece, I wrote the Voiceless piece, and I said I want to do movement to it, and they said, okay, you're going to create the movement. I'm thinking, like, you guys tell me what to do. And they said, no, the body knows. And I choreographed that piece with some advice and help from people, but like, it came from me.
Wow.
And that was a huge, both the writing piece and that piece were huge pieces in the story. If you use the Voiceless name, they were huge because I said, I did this came from me. It wasn't, and I loved it. It wasn't somebody telling me I have to. It wasn't somebody doing it for me. It wasn't me doing it because I have to make a paycheck. It was, I did it because I loved it and wanted to. So those were very, very big pieces. So, okay, so that was the development of Voiceless. Dances were starting to come together. There's another really important person, choreographer for the song Lose Control, Brent Heiskell, and he is out of Jacksonville, Florida, friends of Sonda, and just tremendous choreography for that song and support. And
it's amazing.
It is.
I mean, all of it.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It's incredible. I mean, I love dancing it every time I dance it. It's very powerful. It's very, the story is just incredible. There's the pieces with the wording. So, Brent, shout out to you, and no one else would know this, but Brent supported me on my dream to go to Ohio last fall and to dance at Best of the Best. And we actually won my category at Best of the Best, which was a complete, just like, for me, I had already done live Voiceless. That was really what mattered to me, and so I just went and danced in Ohio just for the frickin' fun of it. And to win there was incredible. So thank you, Brent. You mean a lot to me, man.
Well, you also worked for it hard. I know.
I did work a day or two.
That was a minute. I know. You know.
I did. There's a bit of blood. There's a bit of sweat that went into
yeah.
that.
I know how much it takes. Yeah.
So yes, and so there was a point in my journey, backing up a little bit before Ohio, before the performances, where I was like, wow, this is amazing. I'm writing, I'm dancing, this whole thing's coming together. And then I was like, oh shit, like it doesn't matter how much I create if I can't get an audience. There's like, there is a point, like it's still me dancing, like it's still me being creative, but my whole point is I want to share it with people. I want to collaborate with more people. I want it to be bigger than just me. And so I was randomly on Facebook one day, Instagram or something, and which I'm not a big social media person. I don't get on there often, but I was on there and I had connected with this woman named Susan Zantosi. And I have no idea why. We had never met, but she was saying, hey, I'm doing Sarasota Art and Dance Night 2024, and I'm looking for volunteers, sponsors, whatever, people to be involved. And I was like, hey, Susan, I'm interested in volunteering. And there was I was in this place where I was like, I'm up to here with things that I need to be doing, and to market this event, I don't have what it takes. I need someone else to be involved. And we met. I had no intention of this being about Voiceless at all. I just truly believed in what once we talked and had coffee, and I heard Susan's vision of bringing dance and art together in the community. I was like, yes, like I love what you're doing. That's me. I want people to be together doing this. Different genres, different types of art. And so I said, I'm in, like, let me know what I can do. And from there, I met this amazing woman who has a whole bunch of skill sets that I don't have. And she tries to like use her whip to keep me in line.
No.
It's pretty impossible. But anyway, but yeah, truly, I was at this point. I go to I remember pretty vividly being at Mojo Rising on Siesta Key Village, which is one of my favorite spots in Sarasota. It's a coffee shop, surf themed, and I was just like, what am I gonna do? And then I remember meeting you and being like, wow, I can't believe this is happening, because you had all those skill sets and abilities, and you were willing to jump in and help me. And honestly, Voiceless wouldn't have been what it was without you. All the photography, all the marketing, all the like support, like letting people know, just being that friendly face there, welcoming people, and me knowing that there's someone out there. I mean it. Thank you. Yes.
Thank you so much. I really understood what you were doing.
Yeah.
And sometimes it seemed that you got lost.
Well, I didn't.
And I can help you. And then I clearly see where you are going.
Yeah.
I think so.
Except for RebelHart, you're still trying to put that one into like some sort of.
I understand.
All right, I understand it.
I just trying to think with the marketing brain.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to sell it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
no, I get you.
Because that's why you basically hired me.
Yeah.
So I think that sent us.
But I think it is about time for these to come out.
So I saw your project, and I know that there's an audience for it, and that you or me, we are not alone with the Voiceless, with the RebelHart. There are other RebelHarts who are hiding.
True.
And I think with this, what you are doing, or we are doing at this point.
We are, yeah.
I love being in there, to be honest. Yes, thank you. And I do think that there are lots of people who need to hear the message, and we have to spread the message and let the people understand that they are not alone, and we we are here helping,
Yeah.
and you are here, and I really love that you want to help other people to tell their stories.
Yes.
And that is what RebelHart is
Yes.
in the future, right?
Yes,
So,
exactly.
and I do know little secrets.
You do? You know things that I don't, or?
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna go mainstream.
We could just go around this roundabout like 1,000 times.
I just thought, why don't we go?
Yeah, for those of you
mainstream?
who are listening in, this is we're downtown Sarasota Main Street, and
Exactly,
she's decided
yeah.
to take the roundabout about. No, that was just once.
No, once because I changed my mind. And I know that you are working already on another story.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So, is that secret, or can you know about anything,
Yes.
or
yes.
or just the plan of RebelHart or something? Tell us something into the future.
Okay. So yeah, the RebelHart is a brand, and it's really, I think it kind of speaks for itself. I think it's going to build into places that I can't see right now at this point, or all of what I can see. But one of the things that I really wanted to do is I wanted to tell my once I decided to tell my story, I wanted to tell my story, but I didn't want to make this about me. I didn't want to make the stage about me only on the stage. I just wanted to be part of other people telling their stories, of entertaining just for the sake of entertaining, but also allowing people to their voices to be heard. So yes, I'm working with a woman, and we are in process developing a story called Broken Wings.
Wow. Okay.
And without
another powerful name, and
Yes.
lots of
Yes.
feelings behind it.
Yes, so it's her story. It's not my story, and I will be part of it. But really, it's a woman who, at a young age, was traumatized, and I'm not going to go deeply into it because that's that'll come out later.
Exactly.
But traumatized to the point, where she was shut down. Very isolated, became sick through the journey, and almost to the point of death within the last couple of years. And she's a dancer. She has ballet background, ballroom background, and so we're working. We have actually almost all the scenes and songs built out as far as on paper.
Wow, I talked to you about this.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Just maybe 1 month ago. So that's a big progress.
Yeah,
Wow,
it is
okay.
huge. It really is. What it is it's her regaining strength and being able to do these dances and do them to the level that she wants to do them. So I won't disclose more, but thank you for asking. Yes, it's exciting, and I think I know it's a tremendously powerful story. So.
Yeah, and as much as it seems to be private, it's not that much.
What do you mean?
Because I feel myself in there too.
Yeah.
I feel it. Those stories, yours, hers, mine too.
You feel through our stories, you feel yours.
Exactly. So many of us, that's why I'm saying so many of us are dealing with the same, but we might not talk about it. So it's the stories of many of us, I think. And it's a big impact that you put it on stage in the spotlight.
Thank you for saying that, because that's what I want. I don't want it to be like, oh, John's like telling this story because whatever. Like I want people to be able to connect with it for their lives.
And through that you're building community.
And that is as big as anything to me.
Yeah, exactly.
Right there.
That's the biggest.
Yes.
Yeah, support others and making them feel not being alone. Yes. So, and I can imagine also that there is a tiny little work behind it emotionally, that you put your story into the spotlight.
Yeah.
That's brave.
Yes.
That's really brave.
Yeah. Did you have a question beyond that, or can I respond to that?
No, it's basically
okay.
that, yeah.
I came to this point early last year where I was fighting myself. I was like, I want to use dance, I want to use, singing and acting and forms of art, but I don't really want to tell my story. I just want to do it for the fun of it, kind of. And I finally came to a point where all the inspiration, all the choreography, all the writing, everything was like things are happening to tell this story. And I finally just embraced that I was going to tell my story. And so that took a number of months for me just to come to that point. And then so there was energy and momentum and things happening and decisions and then and all these things happening that we just talked about. But when I got to that week before my performance, especially the final one where I had invited a lot of friends and people from the community that I knew, even the moment just before the performance, like the minutes before the performance, it was just a weird,
there's an inner work.
I'm getting ready to share things with all these people that I know, that are very real, are very deep, are very personal to me, and feel vulnerable. And yeah, exactly. So I had all those feelings.
That is very brave, and I get to those points very often too. And vulnerability helps, I think. Should not be there always, but being diplomatic is also helpful sometimes.
Yes. Yes.
But there is a point where, a lot of points in my life where I was thinking, everything is coming together. It moves so much what I'm doing, and then I cannot let those people just hang in there who helped me, and just all of the work and just the respect of my work and their work and everyone to stop because I'm afraid. So
you get to that point where it's
exactly
no return.
No return. You have to go for it. It's,
you brought this up for this
already here, so exactly.
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
Oh wow.
No, thank you for asking that, because it is very real.
It is. Are you ready for driving?
Yeah, sure. Okay. Do I get to drive?
You want to.
Are you sure? All right, let's do it.
Let's go. Seat of Stories, yes.
What we're doing right now? Where did this come from?
Oh, there is a lady in Hungary who does something similar, and I was always watching her podcast. She's just stopping doing right now. I just loved watching that, and I did not recognize there that I actually want to do this. And I love driving and I love talking, as you know.
Oh, really?
And I love listening to stories, and I want to share stories. And here are in Sarasota so many people doing interesting things, and I want to share those and let more people know about that. So I kind of, then the puzzle just came together that, hey, actually this would be really cool.
I absolutely love this idea.
Thank you.
When you said do an interview, I'm I would really like to do that, because I want to be able to have some content to share with people and whatever. But when you said driving and doing it, I'm like, okay, this is bad. I like it.
Let's do it different.
Yes, yes. Let's out of the box. Now I like
And at this, I hope to go beyond. Well, I love my car, don't get me wrong, and I love driving this one, but I want to try some other cool cars as well. So yeah, in Florida we have so many cool cars, and I'm going to racing events and car exhibitions and all those things, and looking at all those cars. I want to drive them. I want to try all of them. So I just want to
So you're
combine
gonna work your way into hey, I'm doing this thing, and I really need that car. Nice.
Yeah, something like that. So yeah, I'm really excited about this. Obviously, I have to figure out, the IT here.
Yes.
So
somehow. This whole thing maybe isn't even recording, and we're gonna have
maybe
to do it
yes.
Okay. No, I absolutely love this idea. I'm kind of jealous that you came up with the idea. So.
I actually, this is also something which I needed to force myself, because I was kind of shy about this.
Really?
This for whatever reason, I don't know.
I think it's incredible.
And I bought the microphones a month ago, and I am babying this idea since months, and I started talking about this to other people, and I'm like, okay, now I'm talking about this. Now that's the point. Now
Then
you have to do it.
Yeah.
There is no turning back. So
Yeah, no, when I heard you say that, I'm like, yes, I'm in.
thank you.
So I love it.
Thank you.
I have to go back really quick when we're talking about people that were involved in my journey.
Yes,
because
sure.
I mentioned a few people, but I just
Oh,
I want to make sure that like
it's hard.
that
I know,
I didn't
that is,
that there's
sorry
people
for
that I
asking
didn't-
that questions, but we have to. But that's also there's the
Yeah, I just want
There
to.
are even more
I just want to say, yeah, like the buddies that I was out drinking with, like, I'm not going to mention their names, but those people are hugely instrumental in my life. The people who came out to my performances and were there and created an incredible vibe. It would have not been what it was without all of you. So without all of them. So I want to make sure that I'm not intentionally leaving someone out of that
sure
journey.
no
So yeah.
But I know the feeling, because I'm also trying always saying thank you for my project, and it's just my project is at this point so huge, so many people are involved, and
Yeah.
oh my goodness, I'm so thankful for everyone. And you know what? The people who are showing up, watching the show, that is also such a big support.
It is.
Because
It is. Exactly.
there's so many events, so many things are happening everywhere,
Exactly.
and they could just hang out home on the couch and watching Netflix or whatever, eating pizza, and they are coming, supporting with their time, buying the ticket, and being there and being interested in what we are doing. I appreciate that really.
Yeah,
really.
from the bottom of my heart too.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yes.
So all of that is really appreciated, and it's so hard to produce an event, a show, production. That's why I also want to tell these stories, because no one thinks about this.
Joke.
It
is no
is
joke.
months, years
Yes.
behind it. I started my thing years before in a gallery, in an art gallery, with like, I don't know, 20 people, and now there were 200, and it grows and grows. So it's just so much to it, so much work.
It is, and I was not at the art gallery event or some of the ones that you did before, but I was there last year, and like just the vibe, bringing the people together, seeing the smiles and the connections made was.
I love that's the biggest thing
It
that
was
motivates
amazing.
me.
Yeah.
Yes. I don't know if I told you that moment as we were performing, and before at my event we were performing, and then by the way, thank you so much for that,
What?
for performing and practicing.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
it's
That was
so
fun.
amazing.
So yeah, we danced together.
Yeah.
And it was a great song, and it was a lot of fun
Yes.
creating.
So I was there, we started with sitting on 2 chairs, and before performing I was running around, talking to everyone, so making sure everything is okay.
Right.
And I couldn't really enjoy, I enjoyed, but I couldn't really see what is happening in the whole ballroom, and I was sitting on the chair, and there was a moment where I was just waiting for you to do your steps, moves. And I was looking around, wow, what did we create? And this is happening, and how wonderful is this? And then I'm like, oh, holy moly, the choreography, he's already there. I need to do this and that. And yeah, the switching of the
moment right
mind
there.
from the organizer, the event director, and then performing. Only that choreography, nothing else. And that's on the floor.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. That's a
I
moment.
can only imagine, because you've got all those
So
wheels,
much,
all the logistic wheels going, and then you're like, you just have to go and tell an art to be a piece of art.
Yes. So I just, I have their people, they're taking care of, everyone knows what to do. But yeah, also enjoying the whole thing and just looking around. Wow, that was a quiet moment. You know, you're doing your moves. The music is quiet, and that was a moment for me.
I don't remember you forgetting anything, so you must have you pulled it together somehow.
So, yeah, with your lead, I was just like, okay, John knows what to do. He will lead me.
This has been a lot of fun.
Was it?
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you for coming. Yeah, so one more thing, and that's the most important for now, for this time, but we will share this video hopefully beyond the first, no, it's not the first event, but
I'm messing up the camera!
you do! So what I want to tell is, let's invite people to the Voiceless show.
Okay. Voiceless is coming back to Sarasota live this July, Saturday the 26th, 8 p.m. It's going to be at the amazing Artovation Hotel, which I'm super excited about. I've been there on the space like a few times already, and just I really love the ambiance there. And so it's going to be in the main lobby. What else do I need to say?
If you have a dance party after.
Oh yeah. So,
of course.
So I advocated and I got my wish. I asked for a dance party after the show. So I don't know. We're gonna have a DJ, I assume, and some music.
We will see, yeah, something.
Okay.
We will put together.
But we're gonna have a dance party, which I'm super excited about. I honestly can't believe that it's coming back to Sarasota. I wanted to do it again. I wanted to do it in a different venue, and this opportunity with Artovation and Robin there is incredible. And with Susan and her collaboration with Artovation wouldn't have happened. So yeah, coming back, come join us. It's going to be a great night of fun. Saturday night, 8 o'clock. So the sun's going to be down. It's going to be a great ambience, dance party afterward. And I am working to have some RebelHart merch. So,
ooh, wow.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
It's been a lot of fun.
It was.
I would do this again in a heartbeat.